So welcome everyone. Thank you ever so much for being here. I would love for you to put some comments or hearts or thumbs up if you can hear me. Let's do that check first. We had a little bit of a problem last week, so yeah, we just got to check this week. Hi Joni, how you going? Hello everyone, are you there? If you're just coming in live, oh, hi, Tanya, how you going? Lovely to see you. Can you hear me? Just a thumbs up would be great, or a heart, or anything. Just checking the sound, everyone, before we get started. So I appreciate a thumbs up, a heart, if you can hear me. Can't see any hearts coming through, Leon. Okay, so I've been advised that the sound is good, so let's go ahead. Thank you so much, Joni. Appreciate that. Okay, so I'm Narelle Warcon. I am here coming to you from Queensland, Australia, and I want to say thank you so much for joining me this evening for me. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. So, and I want to welcome you to my first Who, What, Where Wednesday get together live. I'm hoping that I can bring you some value, share with you some of my stories, and let's take it from there. So tonight we're up against, here in Queensland, Australia, or in Australia, they have what they call the State of Origin, which is a very big football match, 3 times that they play to see who actually wins the State of Origin. It's 1-1, so tonight is a big decider. So I know that there won't be a lot of people coming in from Australia perhaps, but let's hope that not everybody watches football and they want to come and have a listen to Narelle Warcon. So thanks again for being here. I really appreciate it. So I want to go into the who. Who am I? Well, you know my name, Narelle Warcon, and I'm here from Queensland, Australia. I'm an Aussie-born girl, born in the country, well, sort of the country. I was born in a country town sort of thing, but near the sea. And until the age of 7, I basically lived just loving life as a small child, going to the ocean. You know, we used to catch fresh crabs when the ocean, or when the tide came in, and went back out again. It was a wonderful life. And then mum and dad decided to go back to dairy farming. So that was a bit of a shock for us 3 younger girls, because we had never been on any farms or anything like that before. So mum and dad went back to dairy farming. It was a bit of a tough life. You know, we sort of had to change schools. We went into a school where they were not very nice people. They do say that the country folks are more friendly, except at school. Let's just say that. So, you know, you go through a little bit of a hard time, teasing, bullying, you know, some terrible times. So you go on, and then mum and dad decided to move to a different dairy where I started, and I used to catch the bus to have to go, I think it was at least half an hour, maybe 40 minutes into town on the bus to head into high school. High school became a little bit more open, I suppose, for me, because I grew up being just a young country girl, a little bit naive to a lot of things in the world, but it was good fun. However, there was some really serious things in myself that I started to go through, and having friends that were city people made it like, oh my gosh, what have I been missing out on all this time? The only thing is, what they were sharing with me was things that I probably should not have wanted to do. However, my life as a young country girl, all sisters, I had 1 brother. You know, I come from beautiful mum and dad who are passed over now. They were very giving and loving people. And I had a brother, he's passed on as well. He was the eldest. So there's just us 6 girls left. You know, sometimes you can sit back and think about what your life could have been. And we can all do that. Hindsight is an amazing thing to have, but we don't have it. You know, I wrote my book about my journey through life. Is it something that everybody will do? No. Does everybody have a story or a journey in life? Absolutely, yes. Yes, you do. And I'm here and I want to do my Who, What, Where Wednesday because I want you to understand that you're not alone. My book was never written to be a bestseller. It is available on amazon.com.au. However, and also through my website, of course. However, it was never about being a bestseller. It was about sharing my journey so that others didn't feel alone. So what's in it for me? Absolutely nothing but the pleasure of knowing. And it's not really a pleasure, but just the happiness of knowing that I can help one person, one soul, one little girl to not have to go through all of this that I went through. Hello, Taryn. Lovely to see you. Like I said, life can be difficult. Hello, Leon. Lovely to see you. Life can be difficult and we all have our journey. So what does this mean to me? Well, it means that I decided that it was a story, a journey that I had to share. Now, was it easy? No, it was not. Because what I had to do was go back and relive the certain things in my life. Hello, Tito, Chandra. Live the things in my life or past what had happened to me to release the pain and hurt into my book. So my book is very raw and it's very real. It's called Blonde Roots, and there is a reason behind the naming, but we won't go into that today. So the what about, who's it going to help? Well, it's going to help a lot of people because I know that there are parts of my story that are also parts of your story. And there are times when you will read my story and know that the emotions may come up for you. I've had many reviews on my book to say, hey, there was, a part in there that, hi, Namala. There was a part in there that I really resonated with. We've all had, broken relationships or gone through tough times in those sorts of things. I lived through sexual, physical, and mental domestic violence, abuse, if you want to call it that. I also lived through financial and cultural abuse as well. Life has us taking certain paths that we never ever thought we would have to go through. When you're a little girl or boy, because I know that domestic violence happens for both genders. When you're a little girl like I was, I didn't know any different. You get taught a certain way, whether it's your parents bringing you up within a Christianity type, and I'm not going into Christianity here, and nothing against churches and things like that. I came away from that church when I was about 23. The reason being was because I didn't believe that men should be putting themselves higher than anybody else. So I stepped away and formed my own relationship with God. And I'm very, very thankful for that, because it's only through God's grace that I am here today. So domestic violence is something that you may or may not have gone through, but most of us know or may have known somebody who has been through that. Now, my book isn't about bringing awareness about domestic violence. We know it happens. My what is to bring a space, a safe place, a secure place that you can feel safe to be able to share what you may have gone through. Reach out to me. You can send me a message via my website, on any one of my blogs. I really am here because my purpose is to help others. If I had not have lived through what I did, I wouldn't be who I am today. And that means a lot in a sense, because one of the quotes I read today is, in order to love who you are, you can't hate the experiences that that shaped you. So I'm going to read that again. In order to love who you are, you can't hate the experiences that shaped you. Now, there were many things that I went through, and I can tell you that there is a lot of forgiveness for those who harmed me, a lot of forgiveness for myself, in stop blaming that I made those choices with the knowledge that I had. Like I said previously, hindsight's an amazing thing. And if we could go back there with the knowledge that we have today, our choices would be completely different. However, sometimes our path means that we are somebody who needs to stand up for others, needs to give others a helping hand. And I feel that that is my purpose here on this earth, having gone through all of that, everything that I have. So if you do have any, actually, firstly, if you don't mind me asking, if you could just pop in where you're coming in from, I would really appreciate that. What country, you know, anything that you might have, if you have a question or anything like that regarding my life, or, you know, where you'd like to see me take this, if you have any topics or anything like that you'd like me to openly talk about. I'm here to openly talk. I don't want to muck around. I don't want to hide it under the carpet anymore. I think too many generations, and I grew up in one of those generations with my own parents, where you don't make noise, you hush, hush, brush it under the carpet, and that's it. Don't deal with it. And all that does is it made people like myself have to suffer for so much longer, because we didn't feel safe, we didn't feel secure, we had no one to go to. So I'm your go-to person if you want me to be. Like I said, I'm very open, raw, and real. This is not just about my book or anything like that. It's just my book relates to my past journey. Now, I use an analogy, which I've done for some time, that because I think when you start to talk about your life or your past, people think that you're stuck there. I am definitely not stuck there. My past is absolutely 100% gone. And then the analogy that I use is, if I was a monkey and I had a tail, the tail's been cut off, and that's my past. So it's no longer attached to me. I knew it belonged to me, but it no longer is attached to me. So I can move on, and have moved on in my life. Now, moving on, you know, that's not an easy thing to go. So where is this going to take me? What, you know, where has my book taken me? Well, my book has been sold all over the world. And I'm so appreciative of anybody who actually can download it from amazon.com.au, or reach out to me and I can send you a copy. In Australia, it's a little bit easier, in America, so, or overseas. I have sent to many overseas destinations before. It certainly is getting quite expensive now to send anything overseas. But anyway, back to where is this taking me? Well, where has this taken me? From the time I wrote my book, released, I was going to put on my big girl panties. I was off to save the world, help those women who had been abused, or still living in abuse, or still living in domestic violence. What I realized was, it was no longer about me saving the world. It was about me saving myself. So that comes as a big shock in a sense, because you know how much you want to help, you know how much you want to give. My parents were givers, and Cans, welcome, Cans. Also, sorry, I shouldn't look at the messages. Very giving people. Hey, welcome in from Southeast Europe. Love you, Tanya. Thank you for supporting me. You know, so where is it taking me, or where has it taken me? It's taken me to many places. But like I said, I was going to put on my big girl panties. I was off to save the world. However, it wasn't the world that needed to be saved. It was me. Okay, and it's taken me many, many years, because when you release or hold in so much pain and hurt over so many years, right from a very young child, you know, from the age of 2 or 3, I was sexually, yeah, let's just move on. And then 10, and, you know, there were certain times that I went through my life where I fell into the same repetitive situations, because I didn't know how. I didn't know how. I didn't have the help, you know. So we all need to know that we are loved, we are cared for, we are beautiful, we are enough, we are worthy. There are so many things that you are, and you are uniquely you. Now, I'm just going to pop over to my website quickly, and then I'll come back. So I just want to show you my website. Just hang on one second while I change. There we go. Okay, so this is me, Narelle Warcon. If you're popping over to my website, you'll see me at narellewarcon.com. Yes, beautiful long blonde hair. And I still have the long hair, just not the blonde so much anymore as I age. So there's a little bit of a write-up about me, who I am, and also I do some blogs as well. Now, blogging is just a way, because I suffer from anxiety. Blog is a way for me to be creative. I do little videos as well. I can show you the blog page as well. Just one moment. Just got to move action there. Sorry about that. Okay. So, yeah, so there is my blog, as you can see, quite pretty. And if we scroll down a little bit, we'll be able to see my blogs. Now, I do put a lot of this up on Facebook as well, into different groups and things like that. So it's just short messages. It's sometimes nice to start your day with something that's positive. A lot of it is relatable to a lot of people, because I'm not fluffing, you know, making everything fancy Nancy. Yes, I do some beautiful creative work. However, at the end of the day, it is really about my anxiety and being able to express myself through many different forms. And one of those is being able to write, and also being able to create little videos, which show up as being, you know, quite a nice thing to do, and sharing positives, but coming from a place of love and coming from a place of knowledge and understanding. I think when you find somebody in your life who you resonate with, who fully sort of gets you, nobody's going to get your story fully, you know, because they've not ever walked in your shoes. However, there are people that can definitely relate to similar experiences. And those are the people that you want to keep close by, because they lift you up. The positive ones, follow those people who show you love, you know, understanding, consideration, respect. So, you know, that is something that you really need to find. If you're just sitting there by yourself, you're going to be living in the past. And we don't want to live in the past, because that keeps us in the victim. And look, I know many times, even when I started writing my book, I had a lady working beside me who was encouraging and uplifting, who I wanted to sometimes kick down the stairs, because she pushed me out of my comfort zone. Hey, Vicky, lovely to see you. She pushed me out of my comfort zone. You know how hard that is for somebody when you get a bit older, that somebody's there going, hey, nah, not going to accept that. You're in the victim. This is, you know, you've got to move on. It's not easy, but sometimes we do need that kick in the butt to say, this isn't the way it's meant to be. This is not how our story will end. You can play the victim all you like, and no one can help you out of that unless you choose to pick yourself up, as I did each and every day, through every hurt, through every pain, through, you know, the discouragements in life, the hurt, you've got to lift yourself up. I've always said that you can I could have sat in the corner and cried about my life many, many times. Still to this day, I could, for what I had to live through, what I had to go through. However, every day I choose to get up and I choose to find something in my life to be positive about. Now, I have 3 beautiful children. I have a son who is my full-time carer, and I have 2 beautiful daughters, and I have one absolutely super duper granddaughter called Zena, whom I love and respect at all times. I changed my life so that they didn't have to go through what I did. I encouraged my girls to be open, to come to me, to talk to me, to be open about anything in their lives. And I know that that has stood them good ground as they've moved forward into adulthood. My son just turned 40 in June. My eldest daughter is 30, and my youngest one is 24 and will be 25 in December. They are strong, beautiful, kind, caring people, but they're independent. And that's, I think there's another one, and I haven't got it written in front of me, but, you know, about the way that you teach your children and bring them up allows them to be those strong people going out there in their own lives, because they have to make their own choices in life. So I believe that I've been a good mum. I did the very best I could when I was a single mum most of the time. So it's about standing up, being brave, being who you are. We all have a story, but like I said, I'd love you to reach out. If there's anything that you would like to talk about, I am a very safe spot, a very honest, very real person. I'm not going to fluff around anything. I will share my experiences in the next few weeks, because we're going to just be doing this for a few weeks, and then we're going to flip over to something a little bit different, and we're going to start shining the light on a few more people. Right for now, I just want you to know who I am, where I have come from, the experiences that I have. And there are many. Maybe next week we can talk about, you know, the different jobs that I've had, because there was quite a few. But I want this to be happy as well. This is not a sad live at all. And even though it may bring feelings up in you, I want you to know that I do understand. I'm here. I do care. Now, I saw that a few people were putting in their names, hellos, and things like that. So I just want to say thank you for being here again. Is there anything that you would like to ask me, question me about, or anything like that? Hi, Parvit. How are you? I'm just going over my notes quickly. Yeah, so look, who, what, where? Wednesday. So hi, Pavat, you're from India. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. We really want to bring you, like I said, understanding love, and also be able to interact. So I want interaction in the chats. Look, when you start off with a few people. You know, I remember our friend Chris Johnson actually said, hey, you know, he started off with 2 people. But the thing is, I want to be consistent with this. I have a purpose to be able to discuss and talk with everyone here, to be able to bring people on. So reach out if you would love to join us in a few weeks' time and just talk about life in general, where you've come from, and a few different things like that. So we can get, I suppose, more people. Look, I'm not going to keep it to mainly women. I'm a woman, so I discuss better when I'm, you know, talking about female things. Yes, I will eventually be talking about ONPASSIVE and our ONPASSIVE family. However, right now, like I said, my purpose here is to bring about change, bring about a support system to be able to help those in need. So I do appreciate that. I will see you all again soon. Please reach out, like I said, and I shall see you next Wednesday. So please, if you could, subscribe, like, and ring the bell, just so you get the notifications from my YouTube channel. And to those who are brand new to my YouTube channel, thank you ever so much for joining in. You have no idea how much I appreciate that from my heart. And thank you once more. So I'm just going to go over to our live event details, and you can just see them there. I will be putting them up each week in Facebook, in LinkedIn, and also here on YouTube. So just keep an eye on those. Like I said, if you could subscribe, like, and ring the bell for notifications, that would be great. Thank you, Vicky. I appreciate you being here. Thank you, Tanya. And to all the others, I do appreciate. Bye for now.